Have you ever wondered why some players who helped build the Dodgers' greatness end up forgotten as the years go by? While certain names become eternal legends, others who sweated in that blue uniform just as hard simply fade out of the conversation. Today, we're bringing back 7 of these forgotten warriors. Get ready, because the last name on this list is going to surprise you. 1. Ron C. Ron C., the Penguin, was the third baseman who became a key piece of the team throughout the 70s and early 80s. Alongside Steve Garvey, Davey Lopes, and Bill Russell, he formed one of the most durable infields in baseball history, playing together for nearly a full decade without a single change. Despite being a powerful hitter and a reliable defender, he always lived in the shadow of his more high-profile teammates. Fun fact, his nickname came from the way he ran the bases, short and stocky, which fans compared to a penguin's funny waddle, something he carried with pride until the end of his career.
2. Maury Wills. Maury Wills was the man who revolutionized the game by bringing back the art of base stealing as an offensive weapon. Before him, that play had practically been forgotten in modern baseball. Wills broke historic records for stolen bases in a single season and became the engine that drove the Dodgers to multiple World Series titles in the 1960s. Interestingly, he started his career as an ordinary player with no real standout skills and needed years in the minor leagues before finally getting a real shot, proving that persistence can completely transform an athletic career.
3. Willie Davis. Willie Davis also deserves a place of honor on this list. A fast, elegant, and extremely talented center fielder, he played nearly his entire career with the Dodgers, racking up franchise records that stood for decades. Davis was known for his impressive speed and his spectacular defensive plays in the outfield, but he rarely got the same recognition as other stars of the era. A lesser-known fact is that he once had a string of consecutive errors in a single playoff game, a moment that marked his career, but one he managed to overcome, going on to perform consistently for many years afterward.
4. Wes Parker. Wes Parker, the smooth first baseman of the 60s and 70s, is another name that got lost in time. He was considered one of the best defenders at his position in the entire league, winning multiple Gold Glove awards in a row. Unlike other players of the era, Parker had a more low-key, almost quiet presence on the field, which might explain why his name doesn't echo as loudly today. Interesting fact, after retiring from baseball relatively early, he went on to work as an actor and sports broadcaster on television, an unusual transition for players of that generation.
5. Bill Russell. Bill Russell, the shortstop who spent his entire playing career wearing a Dodgers uniform, also belongs on this list of forgotten names. He was part of that same legendary infield alongside Say, Garvey, and Lopes, contributing steady defense and quiet leadership on the field. Russell was never the flashiest name on the team, but his loyalty to the franchise was admirable, staying with the club his entire career without ever wearing another uniform. After hanging up his cleats, he even returned as the Dodgers manager, showing just how deep that relationship with the club really went.
6. Reggie Smith. Reggie Smith is another name that deserves to be remembered more fondly by today's fans. A powerful and versatile outfielder, he joined the Dodgers already in the later stage of his career, but quickly became an essential piece of the team's offense in the late 70s. Smith battled recurring injuries throughout his career, which kept his explosive talent from ever being fully recognized by the wider public. An interesting detail is that even with those physical setbacks, he helped the Dodgers reach back-to-back World Series appearances, proving crucial in the most decisive moments of those runs.
7. Manny Mota. Manny Mota, the pinch-hitting specialist, became practically synonymous with that role in baseball. Few players in history were ever as effective as he was when coming off the bench for just one decisive at-bat. Mota went on to set the all-time record for most successful pinch hits in league history, a feat that stood for a very long time. Special fact, even after retiring as a player, he stayed connected to the Dodgers for decades as a coach and team ambassador, becoming one of the most beloved figures within the organization, even without the media spotlight given to other stars.